What's crack-a-lackin'? Welcome in to My Mind is a Weapon Fantasy Football Show.
Welcome into episode 86, everybody. I am your host, SleezBall. Today's episode will be my running back tiers, top 32 rankings. There is 4 teams on a bye, so make sure those players are out of your lineups. I will show you that when we get to the video here. Before we dive into it, guys, make sure you smash that like. Make sure you smash that subscription button. Helps me out a ton. Turn that bell on so you know when I'm live. I will be live Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, helping with questions, different shows, different guests on the shows, going over everything we like for fantasy football. If you cannot make any of the live shows, you can always drop your comments. It does not have to pertain to this video in the comments, and I'll try to answer them as fast as I can. That is one of my goals as a content creator. My other goal is to get you all my content out before the Thursday kickoff. So if you guys want to check my QB, my waiver wire, my defense and kickers, those are up. And then I will get to my wide receivers and tight ends after this video, guys. And all the support has been amazingly appreciated. I can't thank you guys enough. And let's dive into my running back here heading into week 6, guys. So if you guys are new to the channel, here is my board for my running back rankings. I have my ballers tier at the top, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, tier 5. The ballers tier obviously is the smash play running backs. Don't even think about it. And then at the bottom here, you're going to see the running backs that are on a bye, like I said. So the Chiefs, Kareem Hunt, Dolphins, Achane, and Mostert. Aaron Jones for the Vikings, who got hurt. Thank God he has a bye. Same for Achane's concussion. That should help him with a week of a bye, helping there too. Kyron Williams is out. And these are players that is not official on the bottom left that are injured, but, you know, 2 of them are obviously with Pacheco and CMC that are out. Devin Singletary, we don't know. Zach Moss, I don't think he's going to play from the updates, but he could possibly play. And Jonathan Taylor, there's no updates on his ankle yet either. So I'm going to use a little different information here, swiping through my rankings as well, because if they play, it changes a lot of things. So starting off with number 1, I mean, this is just unbelievable how King Henry is this good. As 30 years old, this man should have been the number 1 pick in fantasy football right now. It's absolutely out of control. You get the Washington Commanders defense, who currently rank 19th, giving up 22.5 points to the running back per game. They rank 14th in the red zone. They give up 116 yards in the season as well. But man, when you play King Henry, it doesn't matter any of those stats. This man is finding the end zone every single game. Almost a guaranteed anytime touchdown in this game. Him and Lamar Jackson's RPO is unstoppable. Number 2, Saquon Barkley, back from the bye, healthy, gets the Cleveland Browns defense. And like I said in previous videos, the Cleveland Browns defense was supposed to be good on the season, but they currently rank 15th, giving up 21.3 points to the running back position. They rank 29th in the red zone, so very, very high upside chance for Saquon to get a touchdown in this game. And they give up 95 yards a game, and that's just because their offense can't move the ball. This is a good defense. It's just they're always on the field. They're so tired. They don't get any first downs. Deshaun Watson has become a serious problem for the Cleveland Browns offense, and I like Saquon as my RB2 this week. You guys are going to think I'm crazy here for number 3, but it's Bijan Robinson. I know that he hasn't had his exploding Bijan game for the draft capital that you spent on him, but you get the Carolina Panthers here, guys. Just listen to this. The Carolina Panthers rank 31st versus the running back, giving up 31.6 points per game. 32nd, they rank in the red zone, giving up 12.6, and they allow 120.6 yards per game to the running back position. This is your smash Bijan Robinson week, and they better use him right. I don't want to see Tyler Algier taking 40 to 50% of snaps. I'll lose my mind. Number 4 is going to be Jahmyr Gibbs as well. He's fresh off the bye this week. The Detroit Lions offensive line is massive, ranks number 1 in the NFL. They get the Dallas Cowboys, whose defensive line is missing Lawrence. We don't know if Parsons is going to be out there. And the Dallas Cowboys defense, guys, used to rank last until the past couple games here. Now they rank 26, giving up 26 points a game to the running back. They rank 24th in the red zone, and they allow 97 yards to the running back position per game. This is going to be an absolute smash. Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery game. I'm going to throw David Montgomery up there as well because we're talking about the same game here. So David Montgomery currently ranks as my RB9 overall this week. So both of them are in the top 10, and I love them both as smash plays this week. Number 5 running back is going to be Josh Jacobs. I know that Marshawn Lloyd might come back off IR this week, but I do not care about that at all. Josh Jacobs gets the Arizona Cardinals. The Arizona Cardinals defense has been torched on the ground this year. You just saw Mason rush for 86. I know he fumbled in the game. I was at the game. It was very, 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 very painful for me to watch that loss, but to each his own. So when I'm looking at the Arizona Cardinals defense, guys, they rank 25th versus the run, giving up 25.2 points per game to the red zone. to the running back position. They rank 23rd in the red zone, and they give up 122 yards a game to the running back position. This is going to be a smash Josh Jacobs game. Number 6, Jordan Mason. He gets Seattle Thursday, short week. Seattle just got throttled by the New York Giants, and you saw Tyrone Tracy rush for 127 yards against them. How do you think Jordan Mason is not going to do this? The Seattle Seahawks' weakness is their run game. They rank 18th versus the run, giving up 22.4. They rank 19th in the red zone, and they allow 110 yards per game to the running back position. This should be an all-out Jordan Mason easy touchdown game here as well. That's it for the Ballers tier guy. Heading down to tier 1. Now, this is what I'm talking about information-wise here. Joe Mixon's matchup is absolutely pure gold if he's out there healthy in this game. But we don't know that yet. They get the New England Patriots. The Patriots offense is just stymied. You know, they got Drake May coming out now. Could make it look a little different, but they rank 22nd versus the run. They give up 24 points a game to the running back position. They rank 20th in the red zone. They give up 104 yards on the season to the running back position. Now, this is if Joe Mixon is back out there, he's a top 10 running back. If it's Cam Akers or Dameon Pierce, obviously I dropped them into the 20-30 range because they are not Joe Mixon. Running back number 8 is going to be Alvin Kamara, and this one hurts because the update just dropped of Derek Carr may be out for 2 to 3 weeks here, or going to miss 2 to 3 weeks. It's not maybe, with the oblique injury from last night on that amazing throw he made. Man, that was awesome, and it went right through his hands. But now you have to look at it like, is Kamara going to see more work now if you have Rattler or if you have Jake Haener out there? Are they going to use the run more? I still like it against Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay's run defense ranks 21st, giving up 23.5 points per game. They rank 16th in the red zone, and they give up 85 yards a game to the position. Now, that it could be a lot of receiving work here too with dump offs with the new quarterback and Kubiak system. Again, it's Alvin Kamara. I hate that Carr is hurt, but I still got to keep this guy in my top 10 because he's been dominating fantasy this year. Number 10 is going to be Kenneth Walker, and last week was one of those weird K9 didn't get a lot of carries week. Neither did Charbonnet. They fell behind. They went to the pass game. K9 saved his day in the receiving work last week. Now you get the San Francisco 49ers. They're going to need to run the ball here, and I expect him to get back to his 20 touches or at least 15 carries here. The man is too good. I mean, when you watch him out on the edge, it's unbelievable. The shiftiness, his body control, everything. He's one of my favorite running backs to watch. The San Francisco 49ers rank 16th versus the run, giving up 21.4 points per game, 22nd in the red zone, so high touchdown upside for Kenneth Walker in this game as well. They only allow 86 yards, but you saw James Conner rush for 86 yards, and he was breaking tackles like crazy as my dog is barking like nuts. Man, number 11, Breece Hall. Man, this one is just, I don't know what's going on here. So Saleh is fired. They're looking into what's going on with Nathaniel Hackett here as well. He may be gone as well here. And the matchup is gold. This is like a Breece Hall smash the play matchup right here. The Buffalo Bills rank dead last versus the running back on the season. 33.1 points per game given up. In the red zone, they rank 28th, 8.8, and they allow 110 yards to the running back position a game. Give this guy the ball, Jets. That's all you got to do here. Like, I'm getting nervous after 2 back-to-back duds here, and Braylon Allen getting some work here. They need to let Breece Hall loose here and figure out how the offense is going to run through him as well as Garrett Wilson, because it's driving me nuts. Number 12 is going to be James Conner. James Conner, just like I said, lit up the 49ers last week. 49ers had a good run D. They did have an injury to Hufanga. That helps as well in the run game. But dude, this man is just a model of consistency. And now you get the Green Bay Packers this week. The Green Bay Packers rank 17th versus the run, allowing 22 points. But the Green Bay Packers are very bad at stopping the running back in the red zone. There is a very high upside touchdown chance here for James Conner. They rank 25th in the red zone. They give up 92 yards a game. And you're going to have Jair on Marvin. This is probably going to be more of a Conner game, McBride, Murray running game here. And James Conner is just one of those guys that's always going to be in my top 12. Heading down to tier 2. Now, this is one of my smash plays that I'll do in a later video this week, is going to be Tony Pollard. Tony Pollard gets the fantasy pot of gold, guys. The Indianapolis Colts defense. And they're coming fresh off a bye. The Indianapolis Colts defense ranks 24th, giving up 25 points a game to the position. They do rank well in the red zone. They rank number 2 in the red zone versus the running back. So low touchdown upside in the red zone for Pollard. He's probably going to have to break one. But they give up 120 yards to the running back position. And I know you're going to see a little Tajay Spear mixed in as well. I'm not too worried about that. And if the Colts are playing Joe Flacco, I think it'll be different. If they're playing Anthony Richardson, that probably helps Tony Pollard in a way. But this is such a good matchup for him. He's going to be one of my smash running backs, as well as this guy right here. DeAndre Swift was on my buy low in week 3, I believe. So look what he has done since then. DeAndre Swift has been an absolute monster running back for the past couple weeks here. 20 plus points in each game. I know the matchups were cake, but that's what you have to look at when you're looking for a buy low. I said the first 3 matchups they had Tennessee, Houston, right? Those were tough. Indy, he should have smashed there. He didn't. He smashed on the Rams. He smashed on Carolina. He gets Jacksonville. Then they get a bye. Then they get Washington, Arizona, New England, Green Bay. This is a no-brainer. Go get DeAndre Swift if you can. It's probably too late now because of the 20 points. But in this matchup versus Jacksonville, guys, Jacksonville is so bad against the run. 29th against the run, 27.3 points given up per game. In the red zone, they're 31st. They can't stop anything. So high touchdown upside for Roschon Johnson as well. If you have him off the waiver wire, you can put him in your flex. He could probably fall into the end zone. And they give up 78 yards to the position. So, I mean, they cannot stop the running back run or pass. It has been very rough for them out there. One of my favorite plays this week, and like I said, I do not know if Zach Moss is in or if Zach Moss is out yet, right? His ankle injury happened late in the 4th quarter. They say that he survived a major injury, which still doesn't mean he's not going to be out. But Chase Brown, if the Bengals don't know by now that this guy is the better running back, like what are they doing here? He looks way more explosive. He's had back-to-back 20-point average in his last 2 games. 3 touchdowns over the span. The Bengals need an explosive running back player. I know Zach Moss is more north and south plotter. He's got some, receiving upside there as well. But Chase Brown's just the better running back. And if he is out, you get the New York Giants here. This is going to be an absolute smash game here for Chase Brown if he's the full running back out there. The Giants currently rank 14th versus the running back at 21 points a game. They're better in the red zone. They gave up 4 points there. They're number 10. They gave up 85 yards on the season. And with how the Bengals pass offense is working, how are they going to stop it all? Chase Brown's going to be one of my favorite plays this week. Even if Zach Moss is out there, I still like the start. But if he's not out there, my goodness, he's going to explode. Heading down to number 16, it is Chuba Hubbard that has just proved me wrong over and over and over this season. I mean, since Andy Dalton came in, this man has just been a fantasy monster of 27, 22, and 17 points straight. And he even did it on minimal work last week. So he did it on 13 carries, an average 7.46 yards per carry against the Chicago Bears. The Bears defense is good. They struggle versus the run, but they're a good overall defense. Now you get the Atlanta Falcons defense, which I've been saying in all my videos that I believe is one of the top better defenses. This is why I have Chuba lower in the rankings with the points he's scoring. So the Falcons currently rank 6th versus the run, giving up 18.4. They rank 5th in the red zone. They lock down the red zone as well, but they do give up 100 yards a game to the running back. So opportunity here for Chuba. Not a strong RB2 start for me this week, but a low-end RB2 flex play that is possible this week for him. Number 17, the man that is just exploding onto the scene right now. The Cowboys have finally figured out what to do at running back and who to play. Rico Dowdle the past 2 weeks has been over 10 plus points. He's had 13 and 19. Last week he saw 22 touches if you count the receiving work, over 100 yards, found the end zone. Great pass catching touchdown as well, breaking out to the pylon over there. That was good to see Dak hit him on that play. And Zeke is now gone. And I don't care, Dalvin Cook is there. This is the Rico Dowdle show now. And he may be RB2 playable the rest of the season from here on out. And in this matchup, you get the Detroit Lions, though. So this is like why I have him lower after the usage he just seen, because the Lions are 3rd versus the run. They allow 17.6 points per game to the position, 15th in the red zone. So kind of a touchdown upside there in the red zone, but only 58.2 yards, guys. The only teams that are lower than that is the Ravens that allow 48 and the Kansas City Chiefs that allow 52. So this is a very, very, very good run defense he's facing. It mainly will be done in the passing game for him that I think this week. But he's still a low-end RB2 kind of flex play for me. 18, James Cook, man, my guy. James Cook is my favorite running back, and man, it's just a tough matchup here. I know that now they have the new head coach of the New York Jets. You're going to get Monday Night Football. But the New York Jets run D is very good. They rank 8th. They allow 18 points to the position per game. They're number 1 in the red zone. James Cook has always struggled in the red zone, which is why I have him lower. They give up 96 yards to the position. And I think the Jets are going to come out firing with their new head coach, whoever it is, or whatever they do with their offensive coordinator as well. They're going to come out hyped up. They're going to come out off a bad loss to Minnesota and London, and they're going to be back at home. So when they play at home, this defense is even better. If Sauce Gardner is out, that will help as well, but we don't know that yet, so that's something to pay attention to as well. Heading down to Tier 3, I can't believe this happened last week. Ramondre Stevenson. He actually loses the job before the kickoff, right? And everyone's like, oh, you should start Antonio Gibson. And then Ramondre Stevenson is a 20-point game. I know it was against Miami with Tyler Huntley, so that's why you sell high right now on Ramondre if you can. Because I still don't see it happening the rest of the way. I mean, look at his schedule coming. Houston, Jacksonville's a plus, Tennessee, bad, Chicago, Rams, Miami again. Miami should have their team by then. I mean, I guess it's not really a sell high. I think it's a sell high, but it's like a mid-sell high for me. Now this week, you get the Houston Texans. The Houston Texans rank 7th versus the running back, allowing 18.4. They rank 17th in the red zone, and they give up 85 yards a game at the position. And you got a rookie quarterback out there. It's going to be a really, really rough game here for Ramondre Stevenson. Number 20 this week. I don't know why Najee Harris just cannot pop. Jaylen Warren hasn't even been out there. Neither was Cordell Patterson last week. He's had 2+ matchups back-to-back with Indianapolis and Dallas, who both struggle versus the run. And they got the turnovers. They got the ball back to the offense. And he still had 14 carries for 42 yards. He has been doing okay in the past game, the past couple weeks, with 70 yards receiving over the past 2 games. But, man, it's almost like this is another good matchup here. And Najee has not found the end zone once. You get the Las Vegas Raiders. They don't even know who their quarterback is. They have 0 running game. Devontae Adams once out now. It all looks like a smash play for Najee, but it just hasn't been happening. So I'm not even going to put him any higher than this. Although, look at this. The Las Vegas Raiders rank 28th versus the run. This is 26.7 points per game they give up. They rank 27th in the red zone. You should have an easy Najee touchdown here as well. And they give up 108 yards a game to the running back position. I just need Najee to do it, man. It's like everything's been there and it's not happening. That's why I have him at RB20. RB21, and this one pains me, man. Brian Robinson Jr. My favorite running back to target all year long. If you followed any of my content, every single draft, his value was so cheap. The man has been absolutely balling. But this is not the Brian Robinson week, guys. You are going up against the Baltimore Ravens, the number 5 run D that allows 18 points to the position, number 18 in the red zone. So he does have a small upside touchdown for the red zone, but this is where it's gross. They are number 1 in the NFL at yards per game to the running back position. They only allow 48 yards rushing a game. They give it all up in the passing game, and their passing back is Austin Eckler. So this is why I do not like Brian Robinson this week unless you're just hoping that he plunges one in the red zone, because they're kind of weaker in the red zone. But still, the Baltimore Ravens run D is nasty, guys, and I do not like Brian Robinson this week versus him. Number 21 here, or 22 here. Sorry, J.K. Dobbins. Now, I told you to sell high before the buy. I hope you did, because the injury risk is still there. And look at his numbers deplete, right? He was 20 plus, 8, 9 after that. Still getting enough volume. Still getting 14, 15 carries. Yardage is down. O-line is beat up. Defense is beat up. They did come off a bye. Hopefully they got a little healthier. But you get the Denver Broncos defense. The Denver Broncos defense is lights out for the past 3 games. They were a bottom tier run D. Now they are ranked top 10, giving up 20.3 points per game. They rank 7th in the red zone, and they only give up 87.6 yards, and their pass defense is even better. So J.K. Dobbins is a dart throw flex play if you need it, but I do not love it this week. To 23 and 24, I just cannot figure out for the life of me what is going on with Travis Etienne. I know he's got this shoulder injury that keeps keeping him out. And then every time he comes out, what happens? Tank Bigsby explodes. Tank Bigsby is the number 1 yards per carry running back at 8.03. This man has had a transformation from rookie year to sophomore year in the pros here, and it's crazy. I mean, you get the Chicago Bears And like I just said with the Chicago Bears last week, Chuba Hubbard chewed him up on 13 carries. The Chicago Bears run D can be beat. They are 23rd versus the run. They give up 24.1. They get a lot better in the red zone, though. They rank 11th in the red zone, and they give up 102 yards to the position weekly. But again, if they just hold ETN out or something for a shoulder injury and the trade rumors that are swirling, Tank Bigsby would be, I would rank either one of these guys super high if I knew what was going on with the injury or what's happening here. This is why you got to pay attention to the updates throughout the week, because the Bears are very susceptible to be beat by the run. Sticking with the same kind of theme here, it's Rachaad White and Bucky Irving. Now, last week, I threw out a poll saying, who do you guys think is going to score more, Rachaad White or Bucky Irving? And I put underneath of it on Twitter, I said, I think it's going to be Rachaad White. And then it was 80% thinking that Bucky Irving was going to score more, and he did not. And then he fumbled. So it's still the Rachaad White show, guys. I know Bucky does look a little more explosive. He kind of looks like Barry Sanders, making 10 people miss to gain 5 yards, which is awesome to watch. But I still like Rachaad White over him. I don't love either one of them. But now that these rankings were also made before I just got that update. So now that Derek Carr is out, I might bump them both up a little bit, not a lot. The Saints are still not a bad run D. They rank 13th versus the run, give up 20.7. They're top 10 in the red zone. They rank 9th. And they give up 90 points to the running back. But the running back rushing is not a strength for Tampa. Their strength is the receiving work for the running backs. So, again, here, with Carr out, I'd bump him a little bit, but not a lot. Next running back coming up, Javonte Williams, man. He's been all right. He's been all right. After all the hate I gave him, he's been all right. He's been decent flex play weekly. Nothing special. Like I said, nothing you're going to get excited about here. But you get the Chargers this week. And the Chargers are just brutal, man. Chargers run D is very good. Ranks 9th, gives up 19.5. They rank number 4 in the red zone, 2.5. And they're absolutely lights out, giving up 85 yards a game in the position. It's one of the top 10 yards per game. It's going to be a tough sledding here. But the plus side in this game is I think it's going to be a grunge battle. Like if you've seen any of my other videos, I think it's a lot of field goals. I think it's a lot of possessions. So that could help Javonte. He might see 15, 16, 17 carries in this game. Possible touchdown upside, although they're great in the red zone. But it's one of those ugly grunge games where you're going to see a lot of work. So I'm not mad at a flex play for Javonte this week. I just don't love it versus the Chargers defense, which is very good. Coming up next is Jerome Ford. And man, this is just ugly, guys. The Browns are ugly. Their offense is ugly. He still has a nice floor play weekly. Like, he hasn't popped a 20-point game this season, 16, 10, 15, 7, and 7, right? So his floor is about 9 to 10 points a game, which is an okay flex play. You get the Philadelphia Eagles here this week. The Eagles, this is their strength, though, is the run, and they're coming off a bye. So they give up 20.5 points per game. They rank 11th versus the run. They rank top 6 in the red zone, giving up 3.4. And they only give up 87 yards, which is also top 10 versus the run as well in yards per game. So it's going to be a tough outing for Jerome Ford. The offensive line looks shambles. Deshaun Watson looks absolutely terrible. I mean, it's time to put in Winston. They just won't do it. Coming up next in the tier 5 here is going to be Tyjae Spears. And this is an okay flex play for me. Let me just start off with that right away. You get the Indianapolis Colts. Like I said with Tony Pollard, I should have talked about them both at the same time, but I didn't. The Colts is just the rainbow with the leprechaun with the pot of gold at the end. This defense cannot stop the pass, cannot stop the run, cannot stop anything. They rank 24th versus the run. They are good in the red zone, though. They rank 2nd in the red zone versus the run, and they give 120 yards a game with the run. So Tyjae Spears is an okay flex play just purely based on the matchup this week. Next up is Trey Sermon. And like I said here, guys, I do not know the update with JT right now. So if JT is healthy and out there, this man is a top 5 running back at all times. So I'm going to put him, make him small or put him right in here. I just don't know about the ankle yet. There's been no update. So if JT is out there, he's a top 5 running back. If Trey Sermon is out there, I'm going to leave him at running back 30 because I know last week he fell into the end zone, which saved his day, but it wasn't a great day and a plus matchup. He could have done a lot better. Now you get the Tennessee Titans defense. The defense is good all around. They stop the run well. They stop the pass well. They rank 12th versus the run. They give up 20.5 points to the position, and they give up 70 yards, which ranks in the top 10 as well for yards against the running back position. So it's going to be a tough outing for Trey Sermon either way this week. But again, if it's JT, I don't even look at those numbers because it's Jonathan Taylor. 31 is going to be Austin Eckler. And somehow he just keeps producing in garbage time and in games that they blow out. It's absolutely crazy. So he's gotten 12 points, 12 points, 12 points, and 10 points. He has a safe floor play weekly with how Jaden Daniels has this offense looking. It's absolutely amazing. I mean, 4-1. I did not think that was coming at all for the Commanders. I did not think Jaden, I mean, I said he'd be a league winner, but not this early. Like, this is crazy how good he has looked. He might be QB1 as a rookie, guys, which is wild to say. But now with the Commanders this week, like I said, you get the Ravens. And this is just not a defense you want to play at all rushing, but this is a defense where you can beat them in the pass game here. So Austin Eckler, I almost thought about putting over Brian Robinson. I just don't see the touchdown upside red zone there for him like I do with B-Rob. But, I mean, he's been a nice floor play weekly, and I'm okay with flexing him, even though I don't love the matchup this week. Now, last but not least here, 32. Tyrone, my sleeper since the beginning of the year, Tracy Jr. I said, watch what's going to happen when he gets the starting job, and you got to see it, man. It looked electric. He did play the Seattle Seahawks run D, where Seattle is, that's their weak spot is their run D. They're better versus the pass, right? But now you're going up this week. You get the Cincinnati Bengals. Look what Derrick Henry, I know it's a different beast. It's not the same, but the Bengals ranked 20th versus the run. They ranked 21st in the red zone versus the running back, and they give up 114 yards a game to the position. Now, how do I explain it like this? If Devin Singletary is out, okay? So if Singletary is a no-go this week, Tyrone Tracy. So I'm at 32 right now just because I don't know, because I think it's going to be split work. If Devin Singletary is out, I have him as a top 15 back, right? Now, if Devin Singletary is out there, right, it probably will be, Tyrone Tracy's earned a couple snaps, not a couple snaps, I'd say like 30 to 40% snaps with how he looked, and it'd be crazy for the Giants not to know this. But if Devin Singletary is out there and Tyrone Tracy, is going to be working behind him still, like he hasn't won the job or anything, I would say that Devin Singletary is probably a top 20 running back because the matchup is juicy, and I would leave Tyrone Tracy at 32. But this was that one thing I'm talking about, like information here. We don't have it yet. We don't know yet. So I'm going to leave just Devin Singletary down here. But if he's in, I'd put him top 20. And if Tyrone Tracy's out there by himself, I'd put him top 15, guys. That is it for episode 86, my running back ranking tier, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed, man. Before we head out, make sure you smash that like. Make sure you smash that subscription. Turn that bell on. I will be live all weekend long. Again, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Different shows, different content creator covering the entire NFL. If you guys cannot make any of the live streams, drop any comments you guys have in there. I try to answer them all. It does not have to pertain to this video. Could be a trade, start, sit, whatever it is. I'm here to help you win your weekly matchups and get you that ultimate goal of the championship, guys. And if you want to check out my quarterbacks, my waiver wire, and my defense and kicker top 10 rankings, all those videos are out. My next video is coming will be my wide receiver rankings and my tight end rankings. Tight end, I can't wait to do the tight end so hard this year. It's crazy. But I'll try to do it for you guys. And that's it for me, man. I'll see you guys in the next video. SleezBall out.